I remember early on in my career, one of my mentors, she sat in a management team full of men. And she shared that a lot of the times in the meetings, her male colleagues would say things that were applauded and wowed, and people were so amazed. And so often she would find herself thinking, I could have said that, or that's what I did, or that's what was running through my mind, but she didn't actually share it. And I remember that this made a huge impression on me, that if there is something that I feel called to share, or if I have an idea, to try to express it verbally and not just hold it for myself. And one of my clients did that this week. She was on a big call in her organization, and she shared an idea. I think actually she asked the question that was meant to show her as kind of smart, and there was just this like dead silence for 20 seconds, and I just feel so much for her. And she said, so that was awkward, and I'm never going to do that again. So what I just wanted to share today was that when it comes to practicing, to speaking up, sharing our voice, putting words on our ideas, questioning things, making ourselves vulnerable, being afraid that our questions are stupid or whatever it may be, it takes practice. Sitting and being quiet until like you have the perfect thing to say or ask. That's rarely how it works, right? Like any type of thing, we need to practice doing this. And maybe it will be awkward once or twice. Maybe you will have that 20-second silence, but over time you will see what works and what doesn't, right? It's like, what are the things that we can ask, or what are the things we can say that not just is like the best idea in the room, but it shows the people that we're working with that this is a person who has ideas. This is the person who's questioning things. When we ask questions, it's also so that to help us understand so that we can take part in the conversation moving forward, right? And one of the things that I tend to think of, not necessarily being the smartest person in the room all the time, is that I'm thinking that if I have this question, I'm guessing someone else has that too. And over time, I have gotten that affirmed over and over, where I ask something and others are like nodding or tagging on because they were asking the same thing. And sometimes I just wasn't paying attention and they look at me like, come on, get on the program, right? But when we do this over time, there will be some type of normalizing, but more than anything, it builds confidence, but it also shows the people around us that we're taking part of the conversation and not just sitting back taking notes and thinking and maybe coming up with something later. That's perfect. So just wanted to share this to you today on this first Monday of August, that speaking up and sharing our voice is so important, both for the people around us, but also for us to learn to actually verbalize this so that we can become even more powerful in our communication and being seen as leaders by the people around us, whether we are a formal leader or not.